Hey guys, welcome back to Pfispeed. We are getting to the shop today. Dealing a little bit of snow out here, but it is still pretty beautiful. We've got His Supra to work on today, and I'm gonna try to get Sho'nuff started. So guys, let's get inside and let's make things happen. All right, one of the things I gotta do is this mid plate right here. So I need to put something on this frame rail and then have them tie into these two bolts right here. This side we need to get the fuel stuff out of our way. We've got a brake line that needs to move, a nitrous line, and then this wire because I need to weld right in here so I can get this mid plate mount done and try to lock this baby down. So this side's really easy because nothing's really there. Let's get the fuel drained out of this thing, get it set up, and start trying to put her together. All right, so we're gonna get the intake manifold pulled off. We've got all the fuel out of it now, and we found there was like 16 gallons in this bad boy.
Which equates to about 90 pounds of fuel.
Yeah.
So hopefully that new tank's smaller.
Right? We can carry the bare minimum for each pass, so that'll help us as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get the manifold off now, and that'll make us some more room down in there to get this mid plate mount all done. All right, now that we got the intake manifold all off, we've got our extra injectors stuff back there, but we were just talking, we may be out of inputs and outputs, huh?
If I remember right, the last time I wired something, I think I had to steal something from the second set of injectors that we weren't using. So
we may need to look at expander and look at all the stuff we got cooking.
Yeah, and some output stuff might need to come out of the fuel tech.
Yeah.
So there's some of that could come out of the fuel tech though.
All right, so Steven's over here just getting all the wiring put back together.
Yeah.
Coming together.
Almost there.
Almost there, yep. So pretty soon we'll be firing this baby up and getting it ready to dyno. What you measuring, Jane?
How long this plate needs to be.
All right. So we're gonna make a
5 7/8.
5 7/8. We're basically gonna take this guy, that's gonna weld up in there with a couple holes in it, and then it'll just have a plate that goes from there over to there. And that's that.
Yep.
Simple enough. All right, so Steven's got the battery all hooked up. Things are looking good. Yeah, there might not be enough power. I think that'll be ready to weld up to the side right here. Well, I might mark it some, so don't tighten them.
Oh, I'd tack them with it tight.
I know, but there's still some paint down here because I only did it up to there because I didn't think I'd be that low.
Oh.
Well, Steven was throwing some water and Sho'nuff, and we have found that there's something up here. So we're gonna have to look and find. Is it off to the side, or where is it?
It looked like it was coming from right in between the two. Yeah, I checked to make sure they were tight. They're tight.
Yeah, I was just grabbing the welder when I was just notified of a leak.
Of a what?
Of
a core?
No, that's a weld.
Well,
Dun dun dun. Well, Steve's getting the radiator off and drained out. Did you mark where it was and stuff?
Yeah, it's right in between those two welds.
Okay, cool. Jamie yelling at our FedEx driver. He's always messing it up. I remember when you were really little and you put the engine in this car. He's in here doing great. Nice job, kiddo. All right, so see, we got the top of that bad boy welded. Looking pretty good. All right, so Steven got that side welded up.
Yeah.
That side welded up, so we are a little bit stronger now. Now we can start getting the turbo manifold on, the turbo in, and everything's set up with that. And then mount an intercooler, build a hot side pipe. Then we're just waiting for the intake manifold to show up, and this bad boy will be going.
And that would be some denting and grinding on the housing.
So what we're looking at, guys, is the amount of no room.
Well, and you got to show this part too. We're not
Flush yet.
We're not there. It won't.
This is the stuff you deal with, because the manifold was built for a different housing. If it was just forward, just ever so slightly.
That much?
Yeah. It's like you said, that lip though, huh?
Yep.
This casting lip is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dealing with.
Which I feel like I could grind some of that off and give this thing a little dent here. And do some of it. But then I really feel like we're gonna have to weld something on this turbo.
Well, no matter what, we're gonna have to put something on the turbo.
Or
90
we
down.
need to get one of the
What if-
tight radius.
I think we may be alright if we just, like you said, take that lip.
Yeah. What do you think about there? It's probably where we're gonna have to be.
Yeah, I mean, it really needs more, but
Well, I can't do more because
Yeah,
of
that's
that
what I'm
side
saying.
now. That's as far as I can go because of this side now.
we're gonna have to like come into here because it's gonna have to like. Shh.
Yeah.
This is a tight fit.
Okay.
Your GoPro's falling apart here.
Yep. It's clearer now than it's probably ever been. Alright, so putting this fitting back in. It needed sealed anyway. So we get that in, and then we're going to blow some air in here. And we got these capped over here, so we should be able to find out where it's been leaking over here, and I'll try to figure out what we need to do to weld it up and get that thing solved.
What
Down
about
here.
up here? There's
Nothing up
definitely a
here.
pinhole up there.
It's down here. It's not up here. It's right here. Oh, what? I need something soapier.
Here, let's stand it up.
We need something soapier too.
You feel something right here.
Move your finger. I saw a bubble for a second.
Yeah, right there.
See that?
Yep. I'll spray over here.
It does feel like it's just more. Or if that smells that big.
I think it's just coming around this thing.
These things happen. We'll dive in and try to get that thing fixed up. Flow will make us go. Get that up. Try to make sure we get some more moisture out of here. Hopefully it's all working.
Crap, it's gonna be.
Now I say we use a cool pressure checker. And then try it again. I think we're okay.
Right in the turbo, right?
Yeah, straight in the turbo. Alright. Mark in.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Belt's walking off.
Belt block.
Yeah.
Do I need to adjust the pulley?
Yeah, it might need to come out.
How far? Is it walk off? Or?
It was headed
It's
that
going
way.
to, and the pump actually has a little angle on it.
Yeah, it's always had a little angle on
Try it real quick, it might ride there. Water.
Water?
Yep. I'm taking that full. Right back here.
Well, we're close.
We're close.
The belt stayed going.
It did ride there, but
Yeah, so I got room to go out, so I can go out.
Yep. I just wanted to let it ride so you could see how far it needed to go. I feel like we need to put some ultra gray there.
it fired right up though.
Yeah, as soon as we squirted it.
I feel like it is. This metal sucks to take on and off here.
Yep.
But I gotta use that one little special wrench. All right, so Jamie got busy. Holy mackerel!
So I can't clock the turbo up any farther
Because of
because this side would hit the runner. It already like touches it. So that's as far as I can go there. I didn't dent the strut tower at all. I just flattened the housing. It was all just this excess casting.
Yeah.
So We still
So
have
there was
plenty of
some room,
thickness
yeah.
there. But this, we're probably gonna have to cut this thing off
Back. Yeah, and then put a...
and then weld a cast elbow on it. Probably.
That's what I was thinking too.
Depending on where the fans come, I think the charge pipe can end up being right where this sway bar mount is. Because before it came right here.
Yeah, and I could still see doing that.
I'd almost rather if we
I
could
would
just
rather, yeah. I'd rather it be simple. Whatever's simple.
tight radius cast elbow, hold it up here, lop this guy off wherever we need to, weld it directly to that, and then put
Come down and
put a
then we
connector
come around
here.
to the intercooler out
Yeah.
here. I think it's this one's just set back a little bit. You think this turbo is? It's not like the other one's small.
I don't really think it's set back. I think it's just bigger, and so it can't clock far enough. Because this is about where it was here on the
Yeah.
alternator. Like this flange is about in line this way with where where it was on the alternator.
Yeah.
We just can't clock it.
Because I
as
remember it
far
being
back.
pretty difficult to work on that.
Yep.
And this actually looks better to work on
Mm-hmm.
in that regard.
Basically, the
Yeah.
other turbo, this was clocked farther back, so this was a lot closer to the alternator. And the charge pipe was directly behind the alternator there.
Yeah.
So looking at it from this side, it's about the same spot.
Yeah.
But
It is a tight
the girth
fit.
of this on this manifold stops us.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get rid of some of that little casting too.
Now, the other thought here would be we could space the turbo up, which would, so we're touching the webbing right here.
Yep.
You know, Angel has another hood for it. We could, you know, cut a thing for the turbo and put a
That's a
put
good
a
idea.
snorkel in it.
That is
It
a good
would help-
idea. I'm seeing it. That would help a lot.
Multiple things.
Yep.
Because it'd raise it up, so to get us
to the
away
thinner-
from here.
yep, I'm liking
it
that.
would give us room here to clock farther.
Just a little longer studs.
I feel like I've got the length on the studs. I actually had to flip the two on that side so the long side sticks through the manifold. So it's the same studs on both sides. They're just the long side sticks through. If you look from the back here, you'll see it. See, I've got the long side sticking through the bottom on the ones closest to the engine.
Yeah.
They're the same. They're these studs. The same
Right.
studs as the head.
It is a super tight fit.
Yep. And the exhaust, what I was
Look at
thinking,
that.
the reason yeah, you can fit a feeler gauge there. I tried it.
Oh, you did?
Yep. The exhaust, what I was thinking, obviously it's just going to come up, but the dump tubes, the reason I aimed the gates the way I did,
Just take them down.
they
Or up.
could either go down or they can come up right next to the exhaust.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, I do like those. That won't be too bad.
Yep.
That spacer is worth the try, worth a test. Because that would lift things up and get it off the manifold. Make some room here.
And this
I
manifold
mean, that is a good
does
idea.
have-
And it'd make the boost pipe a
The
little easier.
manifold is angled, the flange is angled away from the engine. So as it comes up, it'll pull it away from this runner too. The higher up we go, the farther away from that runner.
But the
turbo's
closer
gonna
it
the
gets-
closer it's gonna get to there.
Yeah. I see that. He's talking about this angle, guys. See where that flange is? So we space it up this way, and we lose some distance here, but I mean, it'll be close, right?
It's a
I mean, it's worth the test, just to make the room. So get in the comments if you guys got some ideas.
so just so everybody knows when you're working
That
on
is a
this,
beautiful
the-
thing, though.
The easiest thing to do is gonna be pull this housing and then pull the center section.
Yeah, that's
Don't try and pull it as one unit.
no way.
Because one unit is going to be a pain. But as you're pulling stuff, make sure you don't drop it, because just the turbo falling on you, those blades, the fins can just slice right through you.
Oh yeah,
That happened to one of the Utah guys. So that's been in the back of my brain ever since that.
Definitely gonna need the cast elbow. Well, we made some progress. Jamie got the turbo on here. We're gonna come We still got to come up with a plan for a boost pipe and what we can do to make a little more space. So we're gonna think about that overnight. Sho'nuff, we got it to start, but we got a little water leak at the intake manifold, so we're gonna try to take care of that tomorrow. And we're getting close. Still shooting to get Sho'nuff on the dyno this week, so I'm trying to get that done. And we're hot and heavy on Angel's hot rod and trying to get it all set up. So that's where we're gonna leave off tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more progress on both cars and whatever else we got going on. So guys, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.